Yeah, I'm in the future-proof workplaces. I think that's the official naming. I'm bad about getting that specifically correct. But yes, a lot of the storylines are coming here together. And specifically, when I looked at what was coming up on this particular conversation, I believe it was listed as zero trust, but for identity first, zero trust. And I'm like, I get that, identity first, zero trust. I'm like, I'm not sure that most of us have really gotten our heads wrapped around how to pull that off successfully, and here we go. But that's just the way the market moves, and that's the way we have to respond at the pace and velocity that we're doing it. Prabhu, I want to go and bring you in. I'll quit skirting around the subject. Give me your title one more time.
Hey, I'm Prabhu Barathi. I'm a global security technologist here at Cisco.
Whoa, look at that. You're forgetting who you're with here. Yeah. You've been with Cisco for several years, and I apologize, I threw you off with some of my questions earlier.
No worries. I focus mainly on our SASE solutions, and happy to be here.
So I want to make sure we do cover what was announced today, because there's been some good stuff. There was just a bunch of stuff, but specifically, so help me with this, identity first, zero trust. I assume that this has a lot to do with agents, and the fact that we're grappling with super smart employees that need access to resources, and it's like, how do we enable them, but not too much? Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if you focus on this a little bit, right, in the last couple of weeks, we've seen an explosion of developer-focused agentic activity. Like if you follow the news at all.
Like OpenClaw or Moltvault,
exactly, Moltvault, whatever the name is now. A lot of folks are really trying to experiment with these tools on their corporate machines, on their personal devices, and also then connect it up to enterprise resources.
Yeah, nothing to worry about there.
No. Nothing bad can ever happen there, right?
What
possibly could go wrong with that, right? And this is what a lot of folks in the industry and security researchers are calling the lethal trifecta. It sounds like a really good movie name, right? Almost.
Novel at the very least.
But what the lethal trifecta effectively is that number one, these tools connect to your enterprise resources.
Right.
Number two, they have the ability to now get compromised when they connect to untrusted resources. And number three, these become a channel for data exfiltration, ultimately. Right? So all things really just come to head when you think about this as a new security threat vector.
Right.
Now, the challenge a lot of times that you often find is agents are actually kind of like a best of both worlds and also the worst of a lot of them, right? Because agents need broad access to resources. Like think about it like if you had only access to 4 applications, they wouldn't work, right?
No.
In order for them to effectively do what they need to do, they need to have broad access to resources, but they also have speed of execution, so they can do things really, really fast. But they lack judgment.
So how are we actually pulling that off? We're restoring all of that now, or are we just on that road? What's our current trajectory in terms of providing that capability to customers?
Yeah, great question. So what we're doing right now is at Cisco Live EMEA, what we've announced is our ability to secure some of these agent interactions. What you've seen in the industry, a little bit technical, but what you see is a standardized way that everyone is starting to come to start using these agents is with something called Model Context Protocol.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with Model Context Protocol, no issues. 30 seconds, what it does is, it gives us a standardized way to connect agents with their resources.
Okay.
So step one, as in everything security, we want to provide visibility for folks, saying, hey, these are your agents, these are the resources, these are the things that people are actually connecting to. That's step one. Step two is a way for us to start doing inline threat inspection. This is where something what we're doing is very, very cool, is focusing on the intent of the agent.
Okay.
What I mean by that is, we don't use traditional data matching to say, hey, does this match a credit card number and so on.
Yeah, because it's not really identity-based.
It's not identity.
We're searching for identity-based. It's not based on a person and what their role is, but that's kind of how we need to think about it. You just have to figure out how to apply it.
Yeah. So if you go back to the example I gave you earlier, right? So we focused on the intent. So if I have, say, a compromised agent, like I managed to, say, send malicious commands to an agent, I was able to compromise this agent. Now, if I start to say things like, hey, show me all passwords, show me all credit card information, right? Yeah. The agent, because it doesn't have any judgment, it's going to be like, sure, let me give it to you.
Yeah.
But then when we inspect that traffic within secure access, now we can focus on the intent of this thing. It's not using data matching, it's using the intent of what it's trying to do. And that's how we're able to provide some guardrails for these agent workloads.
So I've only got about 1 minute left, I apologize, but what's the most important thing to understand about what you're talking about here and what we need to take away with this in the enterprise?
Yeah, definitely the fact that the agentic era is here. We're seeing a ton of developer-focused activity. The way for us to be able to connect to agentic resources and LLMs is only getting easier and easier for non-developer folks as well. And we need to be able to ensure and provide guardrails for folks to be able to onboard and use these agents in a secure manner.
Well, you know what I like that you guys are doing, and it's collectively, but the idea is I feel like this is really what holds us back from, because enterprises I feel like haven't really bitten off heavily. One, because it's like, well, what am I trying to achieve? But then it's also, how am I going to do this in a way that just doesn't totally take me off the rails, and mess up the company? Mm-hmm. We get this right, we instill trust, the market continues to open up and support
Absolutely.
the velocity and the valuations that we're seeing across this. Prabhu, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate your time. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this show. We're going to go away to a quick video for just a moment, and then we are going to come back. We are not done, so please hang with us.